Hi everybody, ChickenBrad here, and today I wanted to show you a couple of endgame positions that I played this week, and I wanted to show you situations where you can look at moves that appear to be okay, but just looking tactically that they're actually blunders. And for those of you that are expert players or higher than probably 1800, you might not get much out of this video. But for those of you that are class players and beginners, it might be helpful to kind of look at where you can kind of capitalize on things here, and specifically when one piece is trying to do too many tasks. So here's the first example, and you probably notice right away that White has a winning position here. We've got an entire island of passed pawns, and although we're only 2 pawns up, I don't think there's really much Black can do to prevent from losing the game at this point. If this were a game among higher rated players, Black would probably just resign here. But it is Black to move, and Black played rook over to d8, and this is actually a blunder. So if you want to go ahead and look and see why this might be a mistake, then go ahead. Okay, now here the first thing you want to notice is both of our rooks are being defended by knights in this case, and they're both attacking each other here. So that's essentially even. If one rook takes the other, then the knight is going to capture. However, there's one key difference here. First off, it's White to move, and that makes a big difference. But secondly, the defender of this rook is also being attacked. So in this situation, I can actually win material here. This knight is hanging. And it may not appear so, but I'll show you what can happen. I just come in and take this knight, and now it doesn't matter what Black does, they're going to be at least a knight down in this position, and probably even worse. So, now the first thing we can look at is, okay, what if Black comes in and takes here? Well, if he does that, that's no good, because then I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to take, and as you can see, now I'm up another knight on top of what was going on before. Going back, so that's no good. But in the game, I think Black, well, it didn't really matter, but Black overlooked this, and he immediately just came down and took my rook. And so, this piece is being defended here, but the correct play here is not to capture that right away. You first capture the other player's rook. And now he has a choice. He can either capture my rook and lose his, or he can flee with his rook and I'll flee with mine. Either way, he's a knight down here. So notice the key difference here is the king is not on the back rank. If the king was on the back rank, he would be able to come down with check, and I wouldn't be able to scoop up the extra material. So in this situation, he captured my piece, I captured his, and from here, Black just resigned, because as you can see, there's no way for him to stop me from promoting. His king's too far away. No matter what he does, I'm going to be able to get their piece. So as you can see, this is a completely lost game in this position. Okay, and here in the second position, things are pretty equal here, as you can see. Black, I'm playing Black, and I've got a little bit of better control of the center. And it's my turn to move here, so I decide that I want to move my queen over to c4. And I'm actually trying to set up this tactic. I'm hoping my opponent doesn't see it. And from here, he comes down and he captures this pawn here. Excuse me. And from here, go ahead and pause the video. This was a mistake, and see if you can see why this is a mistake. Okay, and the reason it was a mistake is I can simply come in and I can now capture this rook on g8. And White cannot recapture this rook at all. That rook is lost. If White does recapture, this is what happens. I bring my other rook up here, he must capture, and I come down here, and that's checkmate. So basically the only other thing he can do here is he can try and set it up so, I don't win checkmate, and I didn't actually go over this, but I'm pretty sure this is probably checkmate anyway. If White can play some other move to try and prevent this, but if he was going to say here and just like capture this pawn, that I would go in here and sacrifice my queen, he would recapture. Okay, and here in our final position, it is now White to move, and I am trying to hold on to the game here as White, although I'm pretty much losing. So I tried to grab a pawn up here on a7, and now my opponent, looking to go in for the win, played his knight down to f4, and this was a mistake. And go ahead and you can pause, or if you need to see why this is a mistake. Okay, this one was actually, pretty obvious. This knight here now is actually hanging, and that is because he cannot recapture my queen, because if he does, I'll just move up to the back rank with my rook, and that'll be checkmate. So from this position, I actually was offered a draw by black and accepted, whereas in the previous position I was in a lot of trouble. So, once again, this is another situation where this piece was trying to do too many things. It was trying to both protect the back rank from checkmate, and it was also trying to protect this piece here, and it was unable to do both. So it's very important in your games to make sure that one piece is not overextended trying to do too many jobs. So thanks for taking a look at this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you found some of the positions yourself, and I'll see you later.